I don't think you can hoop.
What?
I
definitely can't hoop. Well, I can hoop. I'm probably still better than you at hooping as well. But I'm definitely
You ain't better than me in nothing.
Darts.
And talking, that's it.
Talking?
Cause you talk a good game. You ain't better than me in nothing.
Darts.
Nothing.
Darts.
Nothing.
Darts.
Today.
You're very nervous today. I don't know what's wrong with you.
I've been here.
Your energy's all off.
I've been here.
I'm worried about you on Saturday.
Last time I
don't think you're taking this fight right.
I'm 3-0.
English, so your English is a little bit. Can you speak a little bit slowly? Oh no. Got it.
In Scotland.
I didn't even knew that there.
Yeah,
what we do?
I don't remember.
From where?
Don't remember. I remember.
From where? I didn't eat y'all food. I didn't order nothing. I didn't go nowhere.
Breakfast to the room.
Michelle, did we charge anything?
Yeah.
We didn't charge anything.
I remember. It's painful. Right. Crawford, Team Madrimov.
Right. I don't see no blood going down my jaw. And I got your money in my pocket.
Exactly.
Take it.
Yeah.
Crawford versus Hearn, a shocking, disrespectful moment before Canelo's big night. Crawford barking at Eddie Hearn hours before the fight exposed his weakness. He's not focused, he's frustrated. Instead of preparing for Canelo, he's picking fights outside the ring, proving nerves are eating him alive.
Let's see. Hey, the people that you with ain't even gonna help you. We gonna all pummel you. Pummel you. And you gonna be like, police.
Listen, you used to be like that. Now you've got money, you've gone soft.
That's when Canelo stepped in. Canelo showed pure loyalty to Eddie Hearn. He doesn't tolerate disrespect. By warning Crawford directly, he made it clear this fight isn't just business, it's personal. That fiery commitment is exactly why Canelo dominates nights like these.
Opponents, and I think he don't did them because he really wanted to do. I think Turki Al-Ashi told him, you need to do something, and he did. He did.
And then Canelo's message turned even more dangerous. Canelo's threat wasn't empty. He reminded everyone what happened to Billy Joe Saunders. That brutal ending is the same fate awaiting Crawford if he dares underestimate him. Canelo's rage is real, and Crawford just painted a target on himself.
More personal because, you know, I did respect him. I don't respect him anymore because he say, I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried to, maybe Turki Al-Ashi told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So, and he tried to like walk me back, and that's why I pushed him. And, you know, like I say,
an analyst quickly weighed in on this heated buildup. Adam Smith called out Crawford's disrespect to Eddie Hearn, and rightly so. All the talent in the world won't matter if Crawford's head isn't in the game. Meanwhile, Canelo thrives in big nights, and that's a mental edge Crawford simply lacks.
You know what, I think my initial reaction would be to say that I think that Crawford would be the superior boxer, as great as Canelo is, as seasoned as he is, with 65 fights, if I recall, on his record. I think boxing-wise, he's going to give Canelo fits. I don't believe he can hurt Canelo. I just believe that Crawford hasn't been in the ring with anybody this powerful. Again, Crawford is the superior boxer. But if he can't hurt Canelo, he can't keep him off of him. He says it's a legacy fight, and he believes he can do the same, and he wants to do the same against a fighter the caliber of Canelo Alvarez, which is why we haven't really seen him in the ring against anybody else. Fortunately, that's the business of boxing. He's a victim of it, not a villain.
Hamza Shiraz summed it up perfectly. Crawford has never faced anyone like Canelo at this elite level. Disrespecting Eddie Hearn before the fight only shows his nerves are fraying. Shiraz knows Canelo's class is different, proven, and unshakable. Crawford might be talented, but stepping into Canelo's world is a completely different battle. The weight, the experience, the aura, all tilt heavily in Canelo's favor. Crawford isn't just fighting a boxer, he's fighting a legend backed by loyalty and dominance.
You know what I mean? It will be, especially fighting at this elite level. But I suppose saying that he'll understand what he's up against, someone he ain't been in the ring with before, and the elite level of fighter that Canelo is. So, yeah, it'll be an interesting one, but I still stick by what I said.
And the breakdown didn't stop there. As more voices highlighted Canelo's natural edge, Shiraz hit the nail on the head. Size and natural weight matter. Canelo lives and breathes at 10th Chirrup City 8, while Crawford is climbing into dangerous territory. Add the disrespect towards Eddie Hearn, and you've got a fighter showing mental cracks before even entering the ring. Canelo has already destroyed champions at this weight, while Crawford is trying to prove he belongs. That's not skill alone, that's risk. Against Canelo, risk often ends in punishment, not glory.
Skill set wise, why do you think Canelo stops Crawford?
He's been in with all the styles. Listen, Bivol kind of, if he was up there with Bivol, and Bivol's one of the most elite 175 pounders there are, and Canelo's a natural 160, 168 pounder. So for him to go up there and do it, I don't think the skill set of Crawford would really trouble him either.
And then came even bolder claims from seasoned boxing voices. Duke McKenzie might back Crawford's skills, but let's be real, skill alone doesn't beat Canelo. Calling for a punch-perfect performance is basically admitting Crawford has no room for mistake. And against Canelo, mistakes are inevitable. Crawford disrespected Eddie Hearn before the biggest fight of his career, proving his focus is scattered. Meanwhile, Canelo has walked this road countless times, dealing with pressure, doubters, and elite challengers. McKenzie's optimism sounds good on paper, but in reality, Crawford's path to glory is razor thin, while Canelo's power, size, and experience are overwhelming weapons.
For me, Crawford needs a stellar performance against Canelo. He's delivered brilliant performances before, Crawford, but this fight for me will cement him as an all-time great. And I think what you're going to get from Crawford in this fight is an absolute punch-perfect performance. I think it'd be one step ahead of Canelo from the outset.
McKenzie praising Crawford's class, misses the bigger picture. Class doesn't win fights. Composure, experience, and power do. Canelo's resume is stacked with champions who thought they were slicker, only to be broken down. Crawford disrespecting Eddie Hearn proves he lacks class outside the ring, let alone inside it. Canelo, on the other hand, has carried himself with authority, discipline, and loyalty to his team. That's the real definition of class in boxing. McKenzie might believe Crawford is flashier, but flash doesn't survive Canelo's firepower. When the bell rings, Crawford's so-called class won't save him from reality.
In my opinion, in this fight, Canelo is not head and shoulders above Crawford in terms of class. If there is a class difference, it'll be in Crawford's favor. I think Crawford's much more classier than Canelo.
And then voices outside the UK pundit circuit jumped into the debate. Joe Rogan throwing shade at Canelo feels more like fan bias than real analysis. He openly admits he's a Triple G supporter, so his words come with an agenda. The fact is, Canelo has passed the tests that matter, and his legacy continues to grow. Meanwhile, Crawford disrespected Eddie Hearn and created needless drama before fight night. That says more about mentality than any old controversy Rogan wants to drag up. Canelo has proven himself repeatedly on the biggest stages. Crawford hasn't. That's the difference. One is established greatness, the other is still trying to prove he belongs.
Fucking Canelo, man. I don't know if he's cheating.
What do you mean?
I feel like Canelo juices. But I'm a Triple G fan, so I'm a say that ahead of time. I just like Triple G.
There's a lot of money on the line, and if I could get away with it, I would do it as well.
Some tainted beefs.
I think, well, he definitely got busted once for something, but it could have been from tainted beef. We don't know.
Even Mayweather couldn't resist poking fun at Canelo, but deep down he knows what the reality is. Canelo is the face of boxing because he wins under pressure, not because of outside noise. Crawford, on the other hand, created his own controversy by disrespecting Eddie Hearn. That wasn't an accusation, that was a choice, and it showed weakness. While Floyd talks about tainted beefs, the truth is Crawford has tainted his own reputation by acting out before the biggest fight of his life. Canelo stays composed, disciplined, and loyal. Crawford crumbles, distracted by ego and disrespect.
Canelo, and the list goes on and on about athletes that's been cheating.
Been accused of cheating or been proven?
No, been proven too.
It's been proven.
Yeah. Oh, with Canelo. Oh shit, I didn't know.
This been proven.
Lance Armstrong.
Okay. And then Canelo talking about it was the steak that it was the meat that he was eating. So okay, now you eating. I guess you eating.
Roy Jones Jr. acknowledges Crawford's intensity in training, but that doesn't erase the circus he created by disrespecting Eddie Hearn. Looking wild in the gym is one thing, carrying composure into the biggest fight of your life is another. Canelo thrives on discipline, respect, and cold focus, the exact traits Crawford failed to show. The irony here is obvious. Crawford might be physically prepared, but mentally he's unraveling, barking at promoters instead of strategizing for Canelo. Jones calls it shocking, but really it's revealing. Crawford's trying too hard to prove a point, and that energy will cost him dearly when Canelo unleashes his calculated power. And soon Carl Froch gave his take on this explosive buildup. Carl Froch sees this as a super fight, and he's right, but the stakes tilt heavily against Crawford. Froch admits the upset could go either way, but the truth is only one man has the proven pedigree at this level. Canelo. Crawford is a bad boy fighter, sure, but bad boys don't beat disciplined warriors like Canelo, and the disrespect to Eddie Hearn just adds to the chaos swirling around him. Froch recognizes the hype behind Crawford, but hype doesn't punch back. Canelo's ring IQ, size, and ruthless mindset will expose the gaps Crawford can't afford to hide. Froch's words carry weight, but Canelo's fists will carry the final verdict.
He has passed his best. He's had over 60 fights. Made a fortune. Why is he even still fighting? But this is a super fight against Crawford. But it could go wrong for him.
Chris Eubank Sr. nailed the real issue. Weight and rules matter. Crawford might be talented, but stepping up unnaturally to fight Canelo is like driving 100 miles an hour in London reckless and against the rules of logic. Disrespecting Eddie Hearn only amplifies the picture of a man trying to do too much too fast. Eubank recognizes Crawford's brilliance, but brilliance fades when it's forced outside its natural limits. Canelo, by contrast, is built for this division, strong, settled, and dominant. Crawford is chasing greatness, but at what cost? This fight exposes the gap between ambition and reality, and Eubank's analogy proves Crawford is already on the wrong road.
Interested in the fight with Eubank? What do you think of him as a fighter?
You know, I'm focused 100% on what I have in front right now and the future, but you know, always sees a possibility there. So we'll see in the future.
What do you think of the fight with him?
Good, very good show, very good performance for both fighters, and I enjoyed the fight. I watched the fight. Yeah.
This is it, the drama, the disrespect, and now the destiny. All collide tonight. Terence Crawford's outburst at Eddie Hearn showed his nerves, his lack of focus, and his insecurity heading into the biggest fight of his career. Canelo, on the other hand, stood tall defending his promoter, demanding respect and ending punishment in the ring. That's the difference between the two. One is a champion, built on loyalty and discipline. The other is trying to mask fear with arrogance. If Canelo wins, he cements his place as the face of boxing for a new generation, shutting down the hype once and for all. If Crawford shocks the world, it'll be remembered as one of the greatest risks ever taken. But the odds are stacked against him. This isn't just a fight, it's a test of mental toughness, discipline, and heart. Canelo thrives on big nights like this, while Crawford already let the occasion overwhelm him. So the question now is simple. Are you backing Canelo to deliver yet another masterclass? Or do you believe Crawford can pull off the impossible? Drop your predictions in the comments. The boxing world is watching.